Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mad Dragon Six Nations 2025. What a game to get this series started out this year. Wales versus France in the Stade de France in a wonderful nighttime fixture. Both of these teams coming into this tournament in completely different standings. This new youthful Wales team, low caps, maybe some low expectations after a winless year in 2024. France coming in, joint favourites for the season, alongside of Ireland playing their first game at home. But it is the visitors that will get us kicked off and underway through the boots of Dan Edwards, the new fly half coming in for Wales this year. Of course, Ben Thomas can also fill in at fly half, but Dan Edwards is the only nominated 10 in this Wales team, as France start out with a couple of easy bump-off tackles. They're making some good ground to start out with, but Wales working hard at the breakdown there and managed to get a turnover early in this game. It will have been the voice from the coach being able to tell these guys, you need to get on the scoreboard early. You want to put pressure on this team, as Liam Williams makes an incredible break through the outside already, and Wales putting pressure on this home side. Can they keep the pressure mounting as Christ gets a wide pass ducked out the way that time? It's Nick Tompkins to allow the ball to get outside to some bigger men, as this time the ball carried by Tommy Raffael can't quite get to the try, and what a tackle by Thomas Ramos, charging in there to shut that one down. That is a try-saving tackle if ever there was one. Oh, but a loose pass thrown out the back by the new fly half, and Julien Marchand able to collect the ball, and Maxime Loucou will be able to get that ball away on a box kick. Now, Antoine Dupont back in the team for France is starting on the bench for this opening fixture. A big old call by the coaches coming in for this one, but a great opportunity for the scrum half to make his mark with Dupont waiting on the wings. I'm sure we'll see him later on, though, as Wales managed to secure that first line out. An area of concern for them last year, not really working for them, and missing Dewi Lake this year coming into the tournament. See Sam Parry in as Josh Hathaway trying to make room out on that wing, covered though by Gael Ficou. But Wales once again putting pressure on this home side, and they find themselves up in the 22 as this time Nick Tompkins runs in to Jalanche, nowhere through there as Sam Parry this time. Oh, certainly not going to get through Roman Taifefanua in there as they try and go out wide again. Oh, Josh Hathaway once again goes for the out the back pass. Doesn't go to hand to anyone, but they manage to break through. And Tommy Raffael charging up now towards that 5 metre line. Wales knocking on the door as Sam Parry on a great crash ball line. France manage to hold out for 9. This time Will Rowlands goes on the charge and gets the pass out to Archie Griffin, still knocking on the door. France defence needs to hold up strong here, and Jack Morgan can't get through. Cyril Bay on that challenge. France not competing for the rucks at this point, just keeping their men in the defensive line. Probably a smart move, but you've got to try and look for a turnover. It's just a law of averages. If you allow Wales to go through enough phases, they'll maybe be able to make it over that try line, as Gareth Thomas manages to just shove off his opposite number, make a few more metres, and Christ I think there's room out for Sam Parry, held up in a double tackle. Wales are so close. The coaches be ripping their hair out. They can't just seem to get that final pass, and Archie Griffin also can't quite get to the line. An incredible tackle coming in by these French forwards, but eventually a long pass outside, and Liam Williams is on the end of it. And the underdogs that have come into this fixture get on the scoreboard first. How did he see that pass going out wide? You've heard of a miss pass before, but Dan Edwards goes for the 6-man miss pass, and Liam Williams dots it down under the posts. And this French team will just need to gel together now, have a bit of a team meeting behind the posts, just try and galvanise a bit and try and get their own score back on. Dan Edwards here to step up for his first conversion in a Wales kit. Beautiful, straight through the middle, and will put Wales in a 7-0 lead. And you have to say, for the majority of this match so far, Wales have looked like the dominant team, and France won't have been expecting this really. They will have expected coming into this as large favourites for this game. They'll need to answer back with something strong here. Ramos to get us kicked off once again, kicks deep down through the midfield into the hands of the try scorer Liam Williams, who wants to go for a quick clearance and does manage to go out on the full. I'm actually not sure where he was positioned with that kick. It might have been outside of the the 22. We'll have a look where the lineout's going to be taken from. Nope, he was just about inside of the 22. So able to allow a bit of relief from the pressure now. But France finally with some possession in some decent territory towards this halfway line. Damien Penaud fills in at scrum half and they try and play. Oh, they've gone left, but Jonathan Dante has seen room in that backfield and manages to get it over. Gareth Thomas has come over to have a word with the referee. Maybe seen some unscrupulous acts going on in that line-out department and says just keep an eye out for it on this next one, ref, because they're under a lot of pressure now inside their own 22. The line-out for Wales was certainly an issue last year, but so far has looked pretty decent. They've held up there. Another good kick. Oh, the ball bouncing over the head, managing to just about stay in field. It's a great kick by Liam Williams, having the game of his life, and France have gone quickly. They're aiming to just try and keep some pressure on this Wales team, but just isolated. Not sure that was the right move. And they've gone back to the try scorers. Liam Williams trying to make room through this French defence, and they just haven't been able to get a foothold in the game. But this time, Julien Marchand, as I say that, commentator's curse, and suddenly the hooker is breaking away for a brilliant try. Nobody's going to be able to stop him. Unbelievable from the French hooker. Great work in the breakdown, able to get the turnover, picked up the loose ball. Tommy Raffel can't get back for the tap tackle. And Julien Marchand, he's a big guy, but he's got some decent pace and is able to run nearly 50 metres to be able to score an opening try for France and bring them back into this game. And if there was one man you expect to be able to slot through another two, it's this man here, Thomas Ramos. Such a great kicking percentage for this French team and at club level. Certainly will be looking to put them back in good standing in this match. Slotted through. Great work by the French fullback. And this game's tied up 7-all apiece. And an area that's looked actually quite positive for Wales so far has been that breakdown. Just one lapse in judgment. And that's where France will come back to bite you. Dan Edwards to get us kicked off once again in this fixture. Wales will just want to keep that pace up. Don't want to take your foot off the gas with this French team. Never ever count them out, as this time Gregory Hall-Treat just sits down Gareth Thomas on the first carry straight from the kickoff. Great work by him. They'll go for an exit clearance kick. Oh, I don't think it's been picked up very well there by Josh Adams. Maybe thought it was going out on the full. Wind is swirling slightly in this stadium, so maybe they actually thought the ball was going to go out on the full. Let it bounce. Just wanted to be safe, so Wales will have a line-out, but it will be in their own half. As Wales go to the back, picked up by the giant, that is Christchuinza there. Great length on the arms to be able to catch that ball at the back of the line-out. And Will Rowland's actually stepping in at scrum half here. Dan Edwards thinks he's seen room in that backfield and has. Winger completely out of position. Ramos having to get back for this one. And Josh Hathaway's charging after that one. Hasn't he been busy today? Ramos as well, doing some great coverage in this backfield today. Try-saving tackles, the works. As Gregory Hall-Treat taking that one into the challenge. France trying to slow it down, but Wales will take the advantage. Just getting some good poachers in there. This Wales team is full of them. Jack Morgan, Tommy Raffel, they all want to get their hands on the ball in the breakdown. And France, just as Wales did earlier on, you just can't afford to take your eyes off that breakdown area as Ben Thomas tries to play an offload to his fly half there. Both of them a little bit tied up as the ball now getting out to Josh Hathaway. Wrapped up once again by this French defence. They're still trying to charge through. I don't know whether that pass from Will Rowlands was necessary. Could have maybe just taken that one in himself. The ball getting awfully stuck towards the halfway line here. As half-time is just around the corner. Do Wales kick it out and take this one as a decent first half going in at half-time? Do they want to play on? Maybe able to get one more score on the board. That's not a great pass though. And they try and kick the ball out, I think. It's all gone a bit scrappy from Wales, but Malvaka may be able to get on the end of that ball. France will hold it out. They're still stuck on the exact same position Wales were. Do they kick it out themselves just to seal out this game? Aldegheri taking that one up just for one more. Jalibert wants to play on. They are playing in front of the home crowd. They maybe want to test the waters a bit, keep that fatigue chipping away at Wales for now as Garl Ficou charging into his line as well. And now they play out the back as Damien Penaud's popped up in midfield, coming off his wing, trying to catch this Wales defence. Lacking a little bit in as half-time just around the corner. These are the times where teams can just begin to drop off from focus. You've just got to keep the pressure on, and that is something Wales have done. They've been able to get yet another turnover at the breakdown as Sam Parry gets in there. And Wales, who were happy to kick the ball off earlier on, are now desperately thinking, actually, maybe there's one more in this as Dan Edwards pops this one off to Nick Tompkins. Takes a massive shot coming in there. Want to be careful with how high they're taking those shots, and Liam Williams does well to get through yet another one. Jack Morgan bouncing off Damien Penaud. Not an easy task. He's a solid defender. And Wales once again think maybe something could be on here as Gareth Thomas charging it up. Nowhere through there. Into Archie Griffin in the double tackle. Gets dumped backwards by Gregory Aldreet. Benuza goes out to the wing. Liam Williams, oh, he's been popping up everywhere today and just slipping through those tackles. Doing extremely well to just make those extra carry meters. And here's another one. Jack Morgan rushing in. Tomo Ramos once again. Try-saving tackle. You have to say he's doing such great work today. Wales still knocking on the door as Jalibert has to step in and make a tackle on a much bigger man. Christ Chwinza trying to just get his name on the scoreboard as well now. Sam Parry chopped down at the ankles. France doing much better in terms of defence. They'll want this ball to go off, but Aaron Wainwright charges through, and Ramos once again, the shoulder of the defence for this French team, stepping in just to stop Wales getting over that try line. They've got numbers out towards this right-hand side. Sam Parry hasn't seen the men waiting outside of him. They go left this time, and Archie Griffin gets stopped by Cameron Wokey. The crowd in great spirits. They weren't expecting this from this Wales team today. Oh, as Will Rowlands charges through. I don't think he can quite get the ball down. They're putting all sorts of pressure on this French defence. Another great tackle. Tight head on tight head that time. What a huge collision. And Ben Thomas tries to slip through, but it's gone loose. And France desperately kicking this ball off the park. I can't believe Wales haven't been able to get another try in there. France might be happy to have survived that one. Well, what an exciting first half to get this 2025 Six Nations underway. France going up against Wales at home should have been big favourites going into it, but the starting part of this opening half has been an all-Wales story, making some fantastic breaks through this French defensive line early on. Josh Hathaway's been busy out on his wing, just trying to stamp down his name on that right wing, sure. But Liam Williams, the first one to be able to get over the try line. A great pass by the new Wales fly half, Dan Edwards, to go through 6 players to be able to get it out to the Welsh fullback to dot it underneath the post, making the conversion much easier for the fly half to get his first points on the board on his first cap. France have tried to get back into this game, but the Wales work at the breakdown has been absolutely fabulous, getting those turnovers, and France have just been pinned back in their own half. Julien Marchand, though, the man to step up for France when you need him to. Great work at his breakdown, able to get a turnover in the ruck, pick up the ball, and just break through the line. Tommy Raffel not got the pace to get back for him, and charging all the way over for his own score, converted by Tomo Ramos, taking this game to 7-all apiece. You might have thought this game was over as the game got a bit scrappy and Wales just losing a bit of control. Tried to kick the ball off the field, but the lock not able to get a great boot on it. France recovering the ball and wanting to play on. Nearly came back to bite them as Wales ended up in a much more favourable position back in the French half with the ball well into overtime in that first half, but just couldn't seal out one more try to put them in the lead, and France able to survive what will go on in the second half. Ramos to get us kicked off and underway then in this second half. What will the coaches have said at halftime? What will they be looking for as we get into this second half? And Aaron Wainwright already starts out with a strong carry, but in come France, looking to try and target that breakdown. You will have thought that will have been the word coming from the French coaches at halftime. Just got to put pressure on that Wales breakdown. That is where the try was scored, being able to get that turnover and change attack into defence as Gregory Aldreet makes a lovely little break through the midfield, and Wales find themselves on the back foot early on in this second half. Maxime Lucu wants to go out wide quickly. Oh, well shut down though. Ben Thomas running out of the line very, very quickly to get on the end of that one as Gregory Aldreet charges up to the line, and the try scorer Liam Williams has to step in. Defensive mode now activated for Wales as Roman Taifao-Fanua gets taken down in a double tackle. Wales not committing men to these rucks. They just want to keep players in the defensive line. Oh, as Aldegheri breaks through another tackle, getting close now to this try line, and Cyril Bai takes a double shot as well from this Wales defence. They're still looking to go. What a great shot by Sam Parry, holding on, and once again Aldegheri trying to get his hands on this ball as often as possible. I think if they go right, they might have had a little bit of a gap there. They've not noticed it, and instead they've gone left. Oh, Francois Cross manages to get over the line. Has he got the ball down? The ref wants to go and TMO check it. He thinks the ball may have gone down. Was there a double movement? We'll go back and check. It's a great tap tackle there. They're trying to check if the ball has gone loose after the tackle was made, and the ref has said the ball did not go down for a try, and Wales will survive. They get them kicked off once again, and France have put on some substitutes now, and on comes that man there who's just taken the ball in. Antoine Dupont, what a big name to come into this French side. It's Jonathan Danty slipping through the line. Not happy they weren't able to get that opening try in the second half. Manages to step up for the team. What a great line picked by him. Is that the influence of Antoine Dupont coming onto the field? Do we give him credit for that one? What a great line by Jonathan Danty, just checking his run. Thomas Williams just not quite sure about leaning in for the tackle or not, and takes full advantage of that gap in the midfield. This is how dangerous the French team can be in the Six Nations. And Ramos once again in a lovely position for an easy kick. What will this Wales team answer back with? Lovely conversion by Ramos once again. Wouldn't expect him to miss from there. He's probably got a 100% kicking ratio from right in front of the post. Jonathan Danty, happy with it, having a chat with his fellow centre partner. That is Gaël Ficou. There has been a change around, by the way, in terms of the team layout. Ficou has actually moved out onto the wing now. And Jonathan Danty slipped into 13 with the return of a name many of you may know. Romain Ntamack coming back into the French side now off the bench. And Antoine Dupont wants to play this game up towards the Wales half with a big box kick chopped down. Going in there by Romain Ntamack, not letting him through. And Archie Griffin tries to put Wales back on the front foot with a big shot there into his opposite tight head. No way through. Sam Parry this time running into Cyril Bay. It's a battle of the front rows at the minute in terms of these carries, and Christ Chouinza tries to go wide. Oh, can't quite snipe through the gap there. Stepped in as Julien Marchand. This French front row doing very well, and Liam Williams just wants to try and get this ball away. We've moved into some kicking tennis here as the ball's kicked down to Jonathan Danty. I'm pretty sure he's offside. I'm sure this shouldn't be allowed to stand. The referee might not have seen it. I'm not sure if it came off a Wales hand or Wales fingertips in the charge down by Christ Chouinza, which actually might have put all the players back on side, and Jonathan Danty is able to run it over for his second try of the game. And these French subs seem to have made all the change in the world to this French team. Antoine Dupont's looking to try and change their game plan up with some kicking. Romain Ntamack's running around in that backfield, just covering those kicks as well. Can't keep your eyes off this French team for a second. And Ramos slots it through once again. He's had all three today, from right in front of the post. And there's Jonathan Danty. He's happy with it. A brace of tries for him today. Could a hat-trick be on? One more needed. As Dan Edwards needs to just try and organise this Wales team a bit. It certainly looked good in the opening 20 for Wales. As this game has gone on, it's felt a bit more scrappy. Those gaps are just opening up in the defence. Oh, and Aaron Wainwright, though, wants to prove me wrong. Just battling his way through tackles. Eventually gets dragged to the ground. If Wales could have gone left, there was some room out there. And I just don't think they noticed it. Sam Parry eventually hitting where the hole was. Not quite making the most of it. And Wales needs something now to get back into this game. 17 minutes left on the scoreboard. Christ Chouinza trying to make up for his earlier mistake, just not quite getting that charge down on the French kick, putting Jonathan Danty back onside. Oh, a lovely step inside there by Tommy Raffel, knocking his man to the ground. Can Wales keep this pressure going? One more offload. Oh, it's a bit slow. Liam Williams got a lot of work to do there, but Wales are playing in the right area of the field. Oh, that's not a great pass to Nick Tompkins. Does incredibly well to catch that with one hand. And look at the way the Wales line has changed up now. You can tell that momentum swing because they've gone from being such an organised attacking line. They're feeling much more bunched up. There's much less communication going on. They need just to try and work out how they want to try and get through this French defence, which you have to say has stepped up. In the opening 20 looked a bit quiet. Oh, and Aaron Wainwright once again. What a good game he's had today. He has been probably the main ball carrier for Wales so far in this fixture, as Dan Edwards Looks to try and make his own little sniping run through. What a great memory that would be for him to get a try in his opening game. Oh, it's Tommy Raffel sniffing for that white line. Just can't quite get there. Ben Thomas with a little inside pass. They're playing a wilder game. Eventually gets to the hands of Roman Ntamack, who just boots the ball downfield. And I think will have wanted that ball to have stayed in, actually. Oh, in fact, they've given it to France here, which is, I don't think, the right call. I think the referees have made a terrible decision, but it has allowed France to get back in possession of the ball. I'm wondering if it came off of a Wales player somewhere in that bunch of players from the kick. I really think that was a straight out from France, and they've been able to pick apart this Wales backfield, and suddenly they're up into the Wales half. Gifted by the referees, maybe, but France won't be complaining about that one. They'll be happy with the decision is where it's gone. And suddenly, Wales have got to rebuild this attack. 7 minutes left on the board. What do they have in them to make it all the way back up the field? Losing bonus point range is still available. That's a kick gone out on the full. I'm not sure that's the decision to make there with 6 minutes left on the clock. France will be very, very happy with this position now. And Julian Marchand to throw this in. They've gone for the 7-man lineup. They've drawn all of these Wales players in, and they've gone for them all. This is the correct decision. Time is on your side. You're outside the losing bonus point range. However, a try-scoring bonus point is on the board for them. If they can get one more, Aldegheri takes that one. Absolutely stationary. Probably not the move to do it. And Galfi Kou has to step in now at scrum half because Antoine Dupont is wrapped up in the middle of that as well. There he is, popping up once again as Jonathan Darnty gets it out to Thibaut Flamand, not being able to make his way through there, as France still trying to go down this right-hand side. I actually think they've got numbers to the left. I think Wales are far more covered on that side. And once again, they'll go through the charges. Gregory Aldrit surging forwards up towards that Wales 22. Do France have one more in them in front of this home crowd to secure the try bonus point from this game? Antoine Dupont plays out the back to Roman Ntamack, who says, we're not messing around, and just kicks that one off the field. I'm not sure that was the greatest decision, but maybe a game that they struggled to get on the front foot for. They just want to make sure the win was on the cards. Job done. Finish this one out with as many points as possible. But that try-scoring bonus point has gone begging. French players there just giving each other a little high five. Happy with that one. Ben Thomas, tough day in the office for him today. And eventually Wales losing this one to France at home, 21 points to 7. I hope you've all enjoyed this one today, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all the latest Mad Dragon Six Nations videos. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.